If you're in South Goa, this place must be in your travel itinerary. This place has bewitched tourists and locals since its inception. I have a chance to speak to a dear friend and a successful baker. So come on in. Hey there.
Hey there. Hi. Welcome to BewitchednBaked.
Hello Stephanie.
Hi, Sai.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely fine. First of all, thank you so much for doing this with me. My first question to you, Steph, is a baker. How did it all start and where did you get the inspiration to kind of go ahead and become a baker?
Well, this journey was not planned. It started with me baking for friends, and I don't know how, but it just took off from there, honestly. I did do my MSc in food, nutrition and dietetics, so that has always been like a base.
Right.
But I think it just started with me wanting to do something for my friends and family. That's it.
Right. And that's how it began. Right. So, BewitchednBaked, how did that name come about?
Well, I'm into musical theatre.
Right.
And my favorite musical is Wicked.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted something magical because I love Wicked the musical. That's why the name.
Right. And I also did a little bit of reading about what is bewitched. I think it's getting enchanted, it's getting like mesmerized, and I think that's what you're mesmerizing people through your baking.
I hope so.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, of all the places across India, why Goa? Why was Goa chosen?
Well, we always wanted to move away from the city.
Right.
And we have family here, and this place has been in the family for generations altogether, and we are the 5th generation that's taking over and doing something with the place.
Right.
So we're like the latest generation that stepped in and took over the place.
Okay, that's nice. And I remember I was doing a little bit of reading about, your previous generations also. This place was pretty famous for its feni and a chicken dish, and a lot of locals were saying they want that back again, and they missed that, but they love this new look to it. They were pretty impressed.
I think this is like it's like a different approach, I would say, compared to what the previous members of my family did. Like this is like more like a cafe and like a different setup, more modern. But my uncle did a great tandoori chicken, and that's still spoken about all over.
So are we going to see that coming back sometime in the future on the menu?
Maybe in a big dish. I don't know.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's see.
Now, it's not easy, Stephanie, to actually kind of take a big leap. As sometimes you do face challenges.
Yeah.
What are the challenges you faced while setting up BewitchednBaked, and how do you navigate through those challenges?
Well, there have been quite a few obstacles, I won't deny it.
Right.
Because this is something new that me and my husband took on. It's not something that we had a lot of knowledge about.
Right.
So we started, everything that we did came from a place of, research, and we just dealt with it as things came our way. We had a lot of obstacles, I won't deny, but I think we just moved forward and found our way through it.
Navigate through that.
Yeah, navigate through it. We didn't plan anything. We just took it one day at a time.
And Stephanie, I believe also is the belief that you had in you kind of got you going as well, right?
Well, yes, I think Sajil had a big part to play in this also. Right. He supported me throughout and kind of, I would say, helped me through it. So he was my rock in this, even on days that I didn't believe in myself.
Right.
But it's been a roller coaster ride, I would say.
I know that in the past we've sung together in various choirs. I think it was the male chorus and the women choir as well.
Yeah.
So singing also is your passion, and you've also have been an actor. You were part of the Alpha MC troupe as well. So acting too is your passion.
Yeah.
Now I know you face challenges while setting up BewitchednBaked. how easy was to give up singing? You're a wonderful singer, an actor as well, and acting, which is closer to your heart, and get into the third love, which is baking. How was it to kind of put a hold on that?
Well, I think baking has always been a part of my life. Even when I was singing and acting, like I did do a lot of. I did have BewitchednBaked in Bombay too.
Right.
It was a different setup.
Right.
So it's not like I gave that part up. I would say I just pressed pause. I would
Right.
say
Right.
that's it.
So what's unique about BewitchednBaked, and why is a must visit for anyone?
I would say BewitchednBaked, the concept started because I wanted to bring something new to the table, something that people have not tried before. And I think that's something I always follow through with whenever I'm creating a product. I want it to be unique, different. So I think that's what BewitchednBaked is all about, trying something new.
Right. And which are your top sellers? Which are your best seller or sellers, I must say?
When I opened, it was the Korean garlic buns, and something
Okay.
that that has always sold out every day.
Right.
Now it's I think cinnamon rolls are also
Pretty famous.
very popular, and
Right.
we recently started a sandwich and breakfast menu, so that's
Right.
picked up very quickly.
Right.
We do have our like a BLT sandwich and a bang bang chicken,
Right.
and our Mexican beef melt,
Right.
our French toast.
Right.
These are things that people come back
Right.
for.
Right.
To eat these things. These are things that have been appreciated of late in the past 2 months
Absolutely.
of me introducing this new menu.
Right. Right.
So I would say those are like our top sellers. And yeah.
Recently, I just saw a reel as well where you had Sajil holding on to your bestsellers as well.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice and interactive, I must say. So I picked up on those bestsellers as well. Right. So do you innovate as well? Do you look at bringing some new dishes too?
Yes, I'm always innovating things.
Right.
Because I get bored very easily.
Right.
I like creating. That's where I enjoy. I enjoy experimenting. I
Right.
enjoy following new trends. I
Right.
enjoy bringing new trends
Right.
in here. So even right now, I am experimenting with new sandwiches and new items that I want to add to the menu.
Right. So what's anything next in the menu? That's a surprise.
I'm working on something to add to the breakfast menu, and something like I think with our sourdough bread.
Okay.
That's become like a bestseller right now. Our sourdough bread.
Right.
So I'm trying to do something with that
Right.
in the sandwich section.
So what's next for BewitchednBaked? Are we looking at going to get bigger, larger? It's going to grow? Like what are your plans?
We haven't honestly made plans. We've been just going with the flow. But we do have like our own kitchen setup. So we do intend on expanding into like doing events and things like that.
Right.
But right now we are focused on our cafe. Like we do want to supply to other cafes. That's
Right.
the long-term goal.
Right.
So there have been quite a few people that approached us and they want to like keep our croissants and things like that.
Right.
Like people from the north and stuff, but we haven't walked down that path yet. We want to focus on this. We want to basically focus on giving our best over
Right.
here first before we do other things.
Right. Now there are so many individuals out there who would like to kind of take the path that you have taken, right? Maybe venture into a place where they would venture into a place where they would want to kind of start their own business or change their career. What message do you have for people out there?
Well, I think you need to believe in yourself.
Right.
And I think you need. I think we are in a world where you have a lot of access to a lot of content.
Right.
And a lot of different ideas.
Right. Right.
So I think the world is like a canvas.
Right.
So all you need to do is find your own path and figure out what works for you and get creative.
What message do you have for all our tourists visiting Goa?
And come to South Goa.
Absolutely.
South Goa rocks.
And come to BewitchednBaked.
Yes, and come
That's
to
the most important thing.
True.
Be
And
there.
Come to BewitchednBaked, definitely.
Yeah.
Come to
Any
the
other-
south and come to BewitchednBaked. That's all I have to say.
Right. And how can people visit you, follow you? Where is BewitchednBaked? Why don't you give some coordinates? And also, people want to follow you and see what's on the menu and what's always out there being dished out by Stephanie the baker.
Well, I think my Instagram is up to date. So follow us on Instagram. And
So why don't you give an Instagram handle then to all of us?
BewitchednBaked.
Great. And where is BewitchedBaked? It's at?
We are very close to Margao, and
Yeah.
it's on the highway that you take to go to your famous beaches in the south. On your way to the famous beaches down south like Palola, and you have to cross this road. So you will
Right.
definitely find
Right.
us, stop over, have some good breakfast, and then continue down to south.
So there you have it. If you're next in Goa, you must visit BewitchedBaked, because here you will not just experience the culture of Goa, you will taste the culture of Goa. So remember, it's
BewitchednBaked.
thank you for watching.